Hey everyone, it's Jessica Edwards in Wilmington, North Carolina. So it is a rainy, nasty day here in Wilmington, and this week we've had kind of this spotty weather. We've had a lot of clouds and a lot of rain this week, and it always makes for really challenging photography, and it makes it really hard because we're always having to constantly move photos, for new listings and things coming up with our photographer when the weather's like this. And sometimes it can be frustrating because you move it day after day after day. Thankfully in Wilmington we don't have rain all the time like this year round, so we don't have to deal with it that much. But it brings up the important topic of photos on properties, and when you're selling your house, some of the specific things that you can do for photos and just how important the photos are. We've talked about that a lot, about how people are really deciding online if they're going to come in a house and just how important that photography is. I feel very strongly that professional photography is a must in real estate today. We use a professional photographer on every single listing to make sure those photos are absolute, perfection. But there are still things that need to be done even when a professional photographer is taking the photos. There are still things that need to occur to make sure those photos are absolutely the best that they can be. And a couple things that are just sort of no-brainers and quick tips if you are selling your house and about to have the photos taken. One, if your agent isn't using a professional photographer, if I was listing my house today in today's world of real estate and marketing, that would be a must for me, hands down. A must would be that the agent was going to hire a professional photographer to take the photos. But if they're not, or that's not something that is an option, then I would say that at least they need to make sure they're using a good quality sort of high-end camera and not a smartphone or something like that to take the photos of the property that are really going to be used in all the marketing and advertising efforts. With that being said, no matter who's taking the photos, there are a couple of things that need to happen. One, you need to make sure that it's good weather, sunny, a bright day. It doesn't have to be necessarily like bright sunshine, but it doesn't need to be gray and dull and overcast. That can really bring the photos down, especially the exterior photos. Really, sometimes it doesn't make as much of a difference in the interior, but the exterior can really affect and just make the house not look bright and great. A really big thing with lighting is to make sure that every single light is turned on in the house. It drives me bananas when I see properties listed and there's a light bulb burn out in the bathroom, or lamps aren't turned on. Turn on every single light in your house and make sure every light has a working light bulb. That is absolutely a must. And the second thing is to focus on the house and not furniture. It's crazy how many photos of properties you'll see where all you see is the chair. It's really focused on the furniture in the house and not the house itself. People are looking at these photos to see the house, not your stuff. So if you need to move things out of the way or you need to adjust, make sure you do that and really focus on the house itself. And also removing things from countertops from photos. Don't leave the coffee pot on the kitchen counter. Remove that for the photos. Take stuff off counter so people can really see the space in the kitchen and the bathrooms, and not see sort of all the stuff. It's very distracting in photos when you see a lot of stuff on countertops and just sort of stuff. So anyways, these are just some quick photo tips if you are thinking about selling or listing your house. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to comment below, and of course check us out at thecarolinasfinest.com. Thanks so much for listening. Have a wonderful day.